me start. Very good. I have some news, actually, some updates. So Elias, Camila, Lohana, JJ, Igor. By the way, JJ, I'm looking for you. I don't know who you are, your name, but I have seen you on YouTube. What's your name again, JJ?
Is JJ.
What's your real name? What's your real
ah,
name?
my real name is Francisco Junior,
Ah, yeah,
but on
I
the platform.
yeah, I
But
know.
I put JJ because I have two names that start with J, João and Junior. So I put JJ.
Oh, nice. I know, I know, I know. Very good, very good. Good. Nice. So, people, today is the last day to apply as a host, to become part of the Talk and Talk platform as a host. And for the next week on Monday, we are going to have the offer for the Black Friday. It's gonna be an annual offer for Black Friday, a full year, okay? And the price is going to be really low. All right.
All right. Mr. Philip,
Yes.
I've applied to be a host in a platform, but I don't know if the video was received correctly.
Yeah,
Cause
no, I got your video. It's okay.
okay, okay.
No problem. Not everybody that is going to apply will become a host, just because it depends on a couple of things, but everything will be explained by email, okay? Just to balance expectations, right? And for those who are here, we have the questions. This conversation is going to be 100% in English, so no Portuguese is allowed. And if you want to use Portuguese, you can join the conversation for beginners. The conversation for beginners, it means that you are not ready or you do not feel comfortable, though it's not going to help you to speak in Portuguese. You need to be clear that speaking Portuguese to learn English, it's impossible. Okay? So you need to try, you need to make mistakes. So if you come and you speak Portuguese, you're gonna be here for the entire life, for the rest of your life. And it's okay. If you want to pay the rest of your life to be here, I'm good about that. Okay? But that's not really the goal for all of us. We are going to talk about the art of learning a new skill. So embarking on mastery, the art of learning a new skill. This topic was made by artificial intelligence, including the questions, okay? So basically I'm creating the topics, and the questions I put on ChatGPT. Before we start, I think I'm gonna do the following. I'm going to split you out in breakout rooms. Anybody here for the first time? First timers? Any beginners in here? No? So we have two Igors, I guess. I don't know which one, if
I
it's the
am.
same Igor. Oh, Lohan is a beginner. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So I'm gonna Igor 2. All right. So I'm going to divide you, we're gonna divide you in small rooms, and I'm gonna put like this. All right, so yeah. And Igor, is both Igors are the same or different Igors? I don't know. Igor, can you hear me? Igor? No? No Igor? So, I'm gonna do the following. I'm not going to divide in small rooms, and let's see how it goes. Depending on the time we have, then we split. So presentations are very important. So please always present yourself and prepare your presentation. So Jeff, can you present yourself first?
Okay, my friend, I'm Jefferson. I live here in Goiânia, Goiás. I am economist, professor of Catholic University of Goiás, and a long time I'm trying to speak English in this platform, and I think it's the best platform, the best place to improve not just English but your language or languages.
Very nice. You're so kind. And thank you so much for the support. And by the way, I forgot, I'm bringing some expressions in here. So we have some expressions to use in English, and it's really important to use them in the conversation. So from scratch, to hit the ground running, and to break the ice. Okay. Camila, can you present yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Camila. I'm 28. I'm from Bahia, but today I live in Minas Gerais. And I first started here in Talking Talk, I think, during pandemic, I guess. So I was in that free classes once a week. So I'm really glad to that opportunity because I think it helped me a lot to not be ashamed to make mistakes. So from that, I was just improving, and here I am again. So that's really cool.
Nice. Yeah, we are back to the free sessions just to let people know how it works. We had to stop and to finish the trial subscription because some people, they were how can I say that? They were using the trial a lot. So they were there was some kind of fraud around that, you know, and I had to stop it. And we are changing and improving a couple of things as well. So the monthly plan is going to end this month. And also the WhatsApp group, we are forwarding all the students to the English community in the website. It's going to make it easier, no floating, no spam. So it's going to be better and more interesting to learn things. JJ, go ahead. Present yourself.
Okay, thank you. So I'm JJ. I'm 27 years old. I live in São Paulo, capital, and I'm a graduate in business administration. But I started a new course in development and analysis of system. I speak Spanish and I practice here too because I can communicate in Spanish, but I think we needed to keep practicing the language, so to improve more and more. So English, it's the main language now that I need to improve my skill in communication, mainly in new vocabulary. I think I need to sophisticate my communication. So, and I like to go out in my free time and to walk. Every day I try to walk to put the stress out. And I like to watch TV series too. And it's a good thing as well to improve your skill in listening as well. And yeah, for a while, this is all.
Very good. And you know what? I like walking to spare my mind off, and that's where I come with new ideas, or I come up with the solution of some issues I have. So it helps a lot. Lohana, can you present yourself?
Sure. Hello, my name is Lana. I'm 26 years old and I'm from Maranhão, but now I live it here in Minas Gerais. I'm a grad student. I'm getting my master's degree in entomology, and I'm new. Eu sou nova aqui.
Yeah, you're doing great. You're new here.
Yeah, I'm new here.
Okay. You know, here is something. You're gonna see by the time it comes that you're going to listen everybody's presenting themselves. You're gonna learn how to present yourself. If you need some kind of support, we are here to support. When I tell people, oh, we do not correct, we really do not correct. Though we help, we support. So you're more than welcome to make mistakes. And if you need help, just ask for help. All right?
Okay, thanks.
And Elias, you're going to be the first. You're going to present yourself and you're going to answer the question number 1. What motivates you to take on the challenge of learning a new skill from scratch, from zero, from the beginning? And how do you choose which skill to pursue? So present yourself and try to max with the answer for this first question.
Okay. I'm Elias. I'm 37. I'm from and live in Teresópolis, Rio de Janeiro. It's in mountains region of Rio de Janeiro. I work with IT since 2008. Nowadays, I work in an insurance company as a software engineer. I'm married. I have no kids, no pets, live in a small flat. I study English in another course before. I study again another course, but I study here in Talk. Okay, I study English because I want to connect with people and I want to high my English level. Okay, I think that motivates me to take a new challenge is to learning new things and bring new things happen in my life. Because if we do the same things, we have the same results. That when we pursue new things, new skills, we learn, we know people, we maintain us in movement. I don't know how I'll choose which skills. I search on the internet. I ask for help of some people. Depends on the what I try to learn. I use apps like English. Sometimes I use some apps. Yes, that is. I don't have a structure plan.
Yeah, and sometimes we do not think about that, right?
Yes.
How do we learn something new? So that's the reason why I decided to bring this topic up. So Jeff, have you ever thought about the reasons you start something new? Are you thinking about pursuing a new skill, or you're trying to improve the skills you have? What motivates you?
In my case, it's not about my career advancement. I'm a professor, I have doctorate, no problem about this. I have no problem. But in my case, my personal growth. And I love to choose a new skill because this involved me to relevance goals. For example, about Power BI. I studied Power BI 10 years ago, and now I began from scratch, from zero. And because you have a lot of new things, and I love to work with this. I have goals, I have interest, and I'm involved into my students with this. So for us, it will be very nice because we can promote visibility for our course for us, and just to finish to grow. Not just personal growth, but to grow together. I and my students, and I love challenges. I love challenges, and that's why I must to begin from scratch. I love this word, scratch.
Yeah, me too. I remember once I learned, like starting from scratch, it feels like it's I don't know, it's fancy to say that, you know.
But
So
this is, I think, a methodology. Agile, no? Agile is a methodology that use this word
yeah.
scratch. Yeah.
Mm. Very nice. And I follow the same thought you have about growth and personal development. So it helps a lot, and that's what motivates me, you know. So very good. Camila, what motivates you to learn something from scratch?
I think what Jefferson said, the personal growth for me is really important. So not only thinking about professional skills, technical skills, but nowadays we need to improve our soft skills, because I think technical skills everyone can get trained, and everyone can at some point be trained for that, but soft skills is one thing that I'm always thinking about improve, so how to connect better with people, how to try to understand better, to be like a leader if you need at some point in your career. So I think something like that, at some point of my career. I'm a PhD student, so now I think I will start like professional jobs, and I will need to have a lot of this. Have learn more how to create networking. It's really important. So because academia is kind of a little bubble, so we need to expand and have like different skills to get into the industry or another kind of work. So I think it's something like that.
Nice. And you, Lohana, what do you think about Camila's answer? Do you agree with her? Do you have a different opinion?
I don't know what means scratch. Scratch?
Scratch,
Scratch.
you are starting from zero, from the beginning.
Oh, okay. I don't understand very much what Camila says.
No problem.
So
So let me ask you the question. What motivates you to start something from zero, from the beginning, from scratch? Do you have something? Oh,
I
maybe,
think
yeah, go ahead.
it is the process to create something or to learn something. And the zero is it's exciting.
Because it's new? Because it's new?
Yeah, because it's new. It's
For example, about English, what motivates you to learn English?
I can communicate with other people of other countries, and basically is this communicating with other peoples.
Very good, very good. And this is what English is for, to talk with other people, right?
Right.
So, and then we meet new people, we exchange ideas, we learn. Very good, very good. JJ, and you, do you have a motivation to start something from scratch, or is there anything you ever wanted to start and you haven't yet that you want to start from scratch?
Yes. So I guess that it's an opportunity to have a challenge for yourself to achieve your objectives, your goals. So you create a challenge for you, and when you beat this challenge, you could be a different person from the scratch to the end of the results. So I guess that is an important point to see different things as a tool for your career, for your personal growth. And I think it's important to comprehend for the comprehension, I guess, the comprehension of to the world. You start to think different because you have more I could say culture, because you can understand better other cultures, and you can communicate with different people. So you abstract, you absorb. I think you absorb the knowledge from them, and you can have a trade as well. So you can teach as well, and it's important point to me to learn something new like a language.
Yes. I have seen in Toronto here in Canada that the language, it's not the problem at all. I've spoken with people, they don't know how to speak English. Like the landlord I spoke to that rented, it's the owner of this home, she doesn't speak English. Like she just speak a little, she's Chinese, she speaks a little bit of English, but it doesn't stop her to live in Canada. It doesn't stop her to make money. It doesn't stop her to study, to work, to do whatever she wants. And most people, they are willing to have a very advanced level because of pronunciation, because of, I don't know, the grammar or whatever. They don't care. People don't care. What cares about your level of English is ego, basically. And of course, if you need to assess your English level because you're joining a university, a master or doctor or PhD program, or a job that you need proof of your knowledge, then okay, you need to know how to speak English or the rules and everything. But I guess this first question answers it all. What motivates us? And I believe grammar doesn't motivate anybody, right? So can you people share a personal experience you had starting a project or learning a skill? It can be English or other things that you started from scratch, and what were the initial hurdles you faced? And I have no idea what hurdles means, but I believe it is challenges or something like that. No?
Obstacles.
Obstacles, but in the name of challenges.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, it's okay.
But yeah, but hurdles, a new word. So you don't need to know everything, but okay, because of the context, you understand and then you go for it. So you do not stop because, like, for me, I understood 99% of the question. There's just one word. So because of the topic, okay, I get it. Challenge, obstacle, so all the same synonyms. So Jeff, do you remember when you started something from scratch? What were the hurdles you faced?
Yeah, I really. I remember a long time ago when I began to study Excel. Excel. I remember 25 years ago. Can you imagine? We have a so difficult, and must have patience, base to break the task every time, and to think about the steps, small steps, step by step. It's not so easy. And even now, I work with advanced Excel. It's not so easy, but it's very important that you have resilience. Resilience. I think this is the best word for when you have hurdles that you face is resilience. And never stop, never give up about this. That's why I must study. Every day we have something new from Excel. It's terrible. I really don't know when I will stop. It's impossible. It's
Yeah,
impossible.
and
It's like the language. Felipe told something very interesting. Felipe speaks well and lived in Chicago and so on. Now live in Toronto. And the word, and then every day we have a new word. I learned something that you have at least 400 words by day in English. If you consider not just United States, but the rest of the world. Can you imagine?
yeah, and your example about the Excel, I guess, and I believe, in my opinion, that it's mandatory for everyone. Everyone should learn Excel and English in any point of your life. And also, to master, not to master, but people should have an idea of how to code the basic stuff, like not coding the language itself, but the idea, the logic behind the code, and especially because AI, it should bring a lot of advantages, you know. Elias, what about yourself learning something from scratch? What were the hurdles you had? What do you remember?
Yes, I'm living an experience because I'm in a personal project, but doing an app. This app is for my church. It's to connect people, to feel the form of people, and I have to learn about the programming for Android apps. I didn't know nothing about Android. Then I have to learn, to study, to search on the internet, and the main difficulties that I had and I still have, it's programming for Android is very different from programming for desktop, for example. Then you do a lot of effort, but you don't get you get few results. Then sometimes it's very difficult to have patience. But we have to we have to still to never get up, like Jeff said.
I see a lot of resilience
Yes.
is necessary to develop a new skill, right? Because you want to give
Yeah.
up when it gets hard and you face difficulties. The first thought and the first feeling you have is, oh, it's not for me. I don't need to live this experience. Especially this is the main difference between adults and children. When you are a child, you do not think too much about giving up. Like you're just learning and you're trying, and then you're making mistakes, and you don't care about the hurdles you have. But when it comes a point of life where you have mastered a lot of things, you think, okay, I am not a child anymore, so I need to go fast and I need to learn as quick as possible. And it doesn't work like that. You're gonna face difficulties, hurdles, and everything, and you need to overcome them. Otherwise, you're not going to have that skill.
Yeah. Sometimes we have deadlines, we have expectations from another people. We have to, in my case, I have to launch the product. Then sometimes can be difficult.
Yeah.
We think, what if this functionality is not so good?
Yeah. Exactly. And then you have no time to, and you need to learn as fast as possible. JJ, what are the hurdles you faced in your life starting something from scratch?
So it's a lot, but I have several, but I will choose a recent that is start learning Chinese. It's so hard in the beginning, but I think it's a process, and we need make learning a part of of our daily routine. So day by day, I try to practice some characters in Chinese. So in the beginning, I was so afraid because it has a lot of different pronunciation that don't have in Portuguese, for example, or in English, and facing this kind of how can I say, facing this kind of hurdles is hurdles in the beginning of my studies make me a bit bad, but I I remember that I need to set my goal that is learn Chinese. There's matter if I need to spend a lot of time, how many years, I need to spend studying, but the objective I will reach it, and it's an important step that I need to have on my mind, and I think is important to be resilient and have confidence in yourself to to believe that it is possible to make possible. So some months ago when I start to learn the Chinese, I was afraid, but some month after I start to understand something that I start to walk in this way. So I think now I have I had learned a lot of words, and I feel more confident and more comfortable in learn to continue study and learn the language. So has some points that we need to have on mind in mind. I think I don't know. But yeah, I go on.
Yeah, just go.
That is set our goals and think that is possible, and to be clear on my that is that we need to understand that it has a lot of different etapas. How can I
Steps.
say steps, and we need to complete each one to reach the objective. Yeah.
Yeah. We have a lot of things to talk about this question specifically, and I'm moving to the next one, so we can just make it different. And I want to talk with Lohana and Camila, but Camila, we were talking about resilience and the hurdles to start something from beginning. So in this process, how do you keep the momentum and ensure that you hit the ground running rather than feeling overwhelmed? And how do you keep pushing instead of quitting?
I'm trying to figure it out as I'm trying to finishing my thesis. So it's really hard. It's not easy to, my mind is always, oh my God, I'm so tired. I need to rest. But at the same time, I have a few months. I have a lot of things happening right now. So it's not an easy thing to do, but I try to focus on my goal, my long-term goal that involves get this degree, involves a lot of other things, and that I'm poor, that I need money, I need to get a good job. So all these things, I think, and I have faith in God as well. So I always think, oh my gosh, I know that something best will come for me. So it's not really easy. If you get like a professional therapy, something like that, it would be great. Because it's not really easy. You need to have like someone who you can talk about it. So yeah, it's not really easy. But I try to be positive, even in hard moments, you know. So I'm going so far. I'm doing great. Not great, but I'm doing good. But yeah, that's it. It's a process.
Yeah. And if you had the answer, I would say, oh, thank you so much, because that's an answer I'm trying to figure out myself as well, you know. Yeah, we have some tips and some triggers, right? Yeah. By the end, we always survive, you know. So,
Yeah.
Lohana, let me ask you, what keeps you motivated to learn English, for example?
Always was a dream to speak English. So, beside this, I wanna go out. Ir pra fora, não sei. Go out
live
of
abroad?
country. Yeah, to live abroad. And can conversationally with other people too. So it is it.
Very good. JJ, answering this question, what keeps you hitting the ground running rather than feeling overwhelmed when it comes to learn something new?
Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, this is an interesting question. How do you maintain the momentum and ensure that you hit the ground running rather than feeling overwhelmed?
So I think it's you have to keep it on your mind that is we need to put your goals and beyond your patient. You need to have more than this. You need to create objectives that is important to structure your let's see this structure your model that you want to turn the model that you need to transform, yeah, for yourself. So this model is not something easy. It's not something that you will conquest easily. And from the beginning, sometimes you have some enthusiasm, you have some hope that you will conquest something quickly, but sometimes appear some obstacles, and you need to go on through them. And for this, you need to create the model that you want to one day you get it. So it's important to build this model for you after your passion, through your passion. Because if you just do the things only for the passion, it's not all the time it's possible. So you need to have in mind that sometimes you find some obstacle on the way, and we need to pass over them.
Yeah, to live, to really go for it. Elias, what do you have like for this question? How do you keep the momentum, how do you hit the ground running rather than feeling overwhelmed?
I don't know. I try to, like JJ said, to I try to keep a strategy, but my strategy, I think, is not. No, I don't know if it's very good, but I try to maintain a routine. For example, I start working at 9 a.m. Then I wake up at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. Depends on the day, and study a little, put my push the things on, put the, how can I say, try to in case of my app, programs a little day a day, put the hands on my project. Sometimes I search on the internet about some things, about the new ideas, but I confess I don't have a strict plan to maintain motivated. But I know that if we get some, how can I say, some rewards, some little rewards. Uh, Psychology say that we can see the progress. Then, for example, there is a podcast that the guy speaks a little slower, but it's not too slow like a beginner. It's a little slow because when I'm programming in my job, I have to maintain attention on my job, but I can put the podcast and pay attention in the podcast and in the audio. Then I can study a little, but then my point is, if I can understand this podcast, okay, I will doing the progress. I will doing any progress. If I can stay with you and understand the the most of the conversation, okay, it's I'm not so bad.
Yeah, and everyone has their unique way of keeping or pushing themselves, hitting their ground running, to ensure that you are doing whatever it takes to achieve the goal, right? And this is what I have been talking to people in here. Being a host, rather than just a talker, it means you have a commitment every week to be here to prepare the topic and the questions. Though we have AI nowadays, still you are responsible for that. And once it's not ready, it's your development that is missing. It's not mine. It's not, you decided to be a host. There's no gun against your head, So, Jeff, and you are a professor.
Yeah.
How is it being the role of a professor as a mentor or a guide to other people when they want to learn something, to develop themselves? And this is the question number 5. What's the importance of this role, the mentorship or the guidance, when venturing into uncharted territory and learning a new skill independently or with the support of others? How do you see this role as a professor, as a mentor, as a guide?
I think you must to think about a guidance. I think a guidance impact a lot when you learn something. You think about your experience, and I try to do my best every day. It's not so easy, especially as you said now about artificial intelligence. It's more it's more easy to copy and paste than to use your mind to think. It's very easy. You have a question, you put in ChatGPT, and the ChatGPT answers the question in seconds. So it's terrible. So I think the mentorship, in my case, I try to spread, to work with my experience, providing especially advice to my students. I think you must do this, to do that. You need to think about the hurdle. You must think how to hit the ground running. I love this expression, né? And the scratch too. Né? It's kind of advice, and especially this is something very especially the feedback. I think the feedback is very important. You need to know if you are improving your knowledge, if you're improving your English, your French, your Spanish, and so on. And thus, just to finish, at the end, encourage the students to continue to accelerate, to study better, etc., 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 because the future is the only way you construct the future is improving your skills. You must skills all the time. If can you imagine the future with you no skills? The artificial intelligence will take your job, and you fight against. How can you fight against artificial intelligence? Using your brain, how you said, your brain. There's no other way. You must use your brain. And the only way to use your brain is a new skills. And I try to do this, as I said, every day, as provide advice, and think about the feedback, encourage the students, and think about the challenges of the life.
Yeah, yeah, well said. And it's nice because you said before, like I'm here as a host, but at the same time, I'm learning. So what I see from this role is we are not the maximum of, the knowledge of English. And that's really not the case on Talk and Talk platform. We are not here for that. So we avoid bringing teachers nowadays. Like when somebody says, "Oh, I'm a teacher, I want to be a host," I say, "Oh, that's great, awesome." So wait for a reply. Once it's ready, we're gonna reply you back. And I have been doing this because people, they do not accept rejection. When I say no, we do not accept teachers as hosts, And people start to
Cacilda.
fight. They start to, you know, it's being incredible. So nowadays I have a new approach. And it comes with experience. And this experience brings the guidance, you know, and the person who is learning can accept or not. So every time I say, hey, you can do this, but if you want to do differently, it's on you and it's okay. If you want my mentorship throughout the way, we can do this together. So it's 4 hands to do the job, not just, oh, I tell you what to do, you do, and it's gonna work. No, you do or you don't, and we bring this feedback and the result from it, and we keep hitting the ground running. So very good expression. So I learned two words today: hurdles and hit the ground running. You know, very good one. There's always room for learning, and this is what Talk and Talk is all about. So anyone here wants to bring something to the end? Maybe Lohana, how did you feel about this meeting? Did you feel well? Was it too difficult? How was it, Lohana?
Mm, I was nervous because it was my first time here, but I feel well. I learned so much new words, new phrase, so was good.
Very good. So I'm just posting the feedback link if you want to share your opinion. If you want for the next week to help me with the topic, I would appreciate a lot. Today is the last day to apply as a host, though facilitadores. Okay. Though we are always looking for new hosts to bring new schedule and new availability. A few changes will happen in the platform, especially in the planner. We will get rid of the link on planner. So Jeff, I know you're going to be really upset, but it's a movement that's going to be necessary at this time. We are going to launch the iOS app to make it easier to book. And for the next steps that we have, we need to take the link out from the planner to solve some issues before we move on with features and everything. Okay. So in the beginning of December 1st, the link on the planner, when you go there to click to start the meeting, December 1st, it's not going to be available anymore. So you will need to book the meetings, okay?
No, I didn't understand. How you will be access to the platform?
You must book. Você vai ter que agendar as reuniões para poder participar. E aí a reunião pode ser agendada até o momento exato que ela vai acontecer. Então, se ela acontece às 8, pode agendar ela até às 7h59 para poder participar. A partir de 1º de dezembro, tá? A gente vai ter que fazer essa movimentação para melhorar alguns processos e para a gente melhorar a experiência na plataforma e principalmente vindo com o aplicativo, a gente saber quem está entrando, quem não está, quem está participando, quem não está. Tá?
Mas vai ser por aqui, né? Isso aqui vai continuar.
Deixa eu ver. Deixa,
eu estou aqui no aplicativo, no meu celular. Eu olho por aqui, e aí 5 minutos antes eu entro.
Mas você entra no planner, né?
Hã?
Entra no planner, né?
Estou pelo planner, só entro por aqui.
No planner não vai ter mais essa opção. A partir do 1º de dezembro, o acessar, né? Começar a reunião, você vai ter que agendar. Aí no agendamento...
Mas eu vou agendar quando? Eu chego... Mas eu preciso saber quais são as sessões que nós teremos no dia.
Sim, isso vai ter lá, vai continuar tendo.
Onde que eu vou acessar isso? Onde que eu vou ver isso?
Ao invés de ter o link para acessar, você vai ter o link para agendar, tá?
É o booking.
Vai ser o booking. Você vai ter que acessar o booking. Então, 5 minutinhos antes você ainda consegue agendar. E aí o site, o aplicativo, ele já traz as suas informações, né? Você vai clicar para agendar, você vai escolher a sessão que você quer participar. Então, você pode continuar olhando no planner, o tema, né, que você quer participar. E aí você clica lá para agendar, agenda, e aí você recebe o link. Então, vai ser um passo para trás, digamos assim, em termos de facilidade, mas um passo importante para a gente resolver algumas questões internas de link, de problema de acesso, de links duplicados, que às vezes afetam aí a experiência de todo mundo, tá?
É porque às vezes acontece assim, eu vou entrar, aí parece que não tinha ninguém na sala. Aí o
Então
host chega, não tem ninguém, não tem a
esse é um
sessão.
dos vários problemas que a gente acaba tendo por conta desse link. Então, o que eu faço? Eu todo dia, um dia antes, eu vou lá nas reuniões que não tem agendamento, eu agendo ou eu inicio o primeiro link lá. Eu dou
Tá, então como sugestão, eu acho que nesse plano você deveria colocar que as pessoas ou elas vão agendar ou acessar uns 10 minutos antes, porque quando eu acesso 10 minutos antes, ou 5 minutos, você sabe que eu estou querendo assistir. Porque quando a gente assina o plano, a ideia é que a gente pode entrar em qualquer sessão, não precisa agendar
Sim,
antes,
você vai
não tem
conseguir
um
acessar
pré-agendamento.
você vai conseguir acessar qualquer sessão, mas vai ter que passar por esse agendamento. Você não vai ter o link direto para entrar na sala. Tá?
Mas eu posso pré-agendar 5 minutos antes,
Pode. Até 1 minuto antes.
menos mal.
Menos.
Espero que você não piore a plataforma está muito boa.
Vamos ter que dar esse passo antes.
É.
Um passo para
Mas por
trás,
outro
digamos
lado,
assim.
tem esse aspecto positivo, Felipe, que a gente entra e aí acho que estava esperando alguém, como não tinha ninguém agendado, ele acaba cancelando.
Sim.
E é
Principalmente
muito
às
ruim.
sextas-feiras à noite, acontece
É,
bastante isso. Tá?
é.
Então a gente vai trazer mais facilitadores. é, Enfim, tem algumas coisas que vão ser feitas aí para melhorar essa experiência. Tá?
Agora, a comunicação é muito importante, a forma de se comunicar isso, que pode trazer muito
Sim,
problema para você.
eu vou soltar.
Comunicação é fundamental.
Depois da Black Friday, a gente vai soltar alguns comunicados. Já está no planner um textinho do lado do botão
Isso.
para estar visível já. E no lugar desse botão vai estar o link direto para o Booking, né? E aí no Booking você vai poder. Não vai direto para aquela sessão que você já está no planner, vai para o genérico, né? A gente não consegue ainda. A gente vai ver um jeito de parametrizar isso para entrar no Booking já direto na sessão que você escolheu.
Tá,
Mas é só.
só como sugestão, por exemplo, a forma que você me comunicou aqui, eu agora fiquei preocupado. Eu falei, acabou o TNT. Eu acho que você podia
Não,
mandar acho que você podia mandar pelo e-mail como é que vai funcionar, o manual. Você tem que fazer isso,
sim.
isso e aquilo. Porque todo mundo acessa e-mail. Eu não sei a juventude hoje não gosta de e-mail, né? Mas eu ainda olho.
A
Então
gente
manda
vai
um
acabar
e-mail
também.
explicando passo a passo. Acho que é
A
importante.
gente vai encerrar o grupo do WhatsApp também, né? No grupo de alunos,
Eu
porque o
já saí dos
propósito
grupos lá, né?
O propósito dele virou um propósito de lamentação e que não gera resultado positivo nenhum, zero, assim, zero, né? Então, para lamentar, vai para terapia, né? Vai resolver as suas questões na terapia. Então, e aí o pessoal vai ter a comunidade, vai ter um espaço ainda, se precisar de suporte, tem o suporte nosso, tem e-mail para suporte, mas estou fazendo essas movimentações para a gente evoluir aí com a plataforma. Então, a gente vai comunicando aí aos pouquinhos. Para quem aguentou aí até o finalzinho, Elias, Camila, Jeff, Lohana, thank you so much for your time. I hope to see you next week and have a great day. Enjoy the summer. I'm here enjoying the winter. Too cold, but I still don't know which I prefer, but I think it's been better than hot weather.
I'm jealous of
So,
you. It's so warm
so
right
hot.
now. Yeah. Thank
So thank you
you.
so
Have
much.
a good
Have
night.
a good night. See you. Bye bye. See ya.
Bye,
Bye
thank
bye,
you.
take care.